What's up everybody, welcome back to Sway Vlogs. If you're new to the channel, my name is Josué. I am an American vlogger living here in Spain, documenting every single day my daily lifestyle here compared to the US. And I make a bunch of other videos like unboxing videos, product reviews, and etc. or even tutorials. So if you are into that, or if you want to know more about Spain, or you just want a little bit of something to watch every single day that's fun from a person living abroad in Europe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me every single day. As I said, I'm gonna make a video every single day for as long as I can. Now, on today's episode, we're not out and about vlogging about American lifestyle compared to America. I'm actually going to be showing you guys a little bit of a tutorial. So let me tell you what we're actually doing today. You can probably tell I'm inside my house and it is kind of chilly. I'm here sitting by the window. Let me show you guys real quick. I'm sitting here by the window. As you can see, outside is really cold, so I'm just not gonna go out there and do anything. On top of that, I'm really tired still from my Madrid trip. If you haven't seen that Madrid video, I was talking about what you can do in Madrid. I was literally there for like 2 hours and I got to record all that in like 2 hours. So I'm gonna link that in one of the iCards here or in the description. You can also go watch it. Now, I want you to just kind of sit down, relax, chill, take a deep breath before I continue my vlogs for the next couple of days, because the next month is going to be an awesome month about my vlogs, so we'll get into that later. But I wanted to show you guys a quick tutorial on how I edit my videos and how I make my vlogs and how I make it happen and how you guys can see the videos and how I go on about doing that, and maybe it can help you record videos, or maybe it can help you make a vlog, or maybe it can help you edit a vlog. So let's get into it. What I do is let's get first with a couple of points. Let's go from the point of recording, then the point of editing, and then the point of, after the finished product. So the point of recording is, when I'm out and about recording, I don't like just to turn on my camera and just leave it on the whole time and record, because if I do that, it becomes overwhelming when I go to the editing part. So tip number one that I'm gonna tell you guys, new beginner vloggers and the people that are starting to vlog, is that grab the camera and record. You're gonna need lots of B-roll footage. If you're doing like vlogging outside, you're doing a travel vlog, or you're doing any kind of vlog, even if it's inside your house or your family, unless you're sitting down on the camera, then I don't know how, you still could do some B-roll. But anyway, if you're like vlogging around your house, family vlog or etc., do some B-roll. And what it means is like just go out and about and just record, couple of seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of something, so you can have that extra footage to later on, add on to your video to kind of give it a transition from point A to point B. Because see, that's another thing that you gotta also remember when you're making a vlog or a video. You gotta know how you go from point A to point B, and also add a story to your vlog. You can't just wake up in the morning and be like, hey, what's up guys, and today is blah blah blah, and I'm making breakfast, and all of a sudden, like, the next scene is you at the mall, and people are like, wait, what happened? We just saw you at home eating breakfast, now you're at the mall. Like, how did you just teleport over there? So that's when you gotta like grab the camera and you talk about like, yeah, I'm having breakfast, we're about to, it's gonna be a long day, etc. And then you show like, you making breakfast, or you like, something really quick, whatever. And then you show yourself walking out, and you show a little bit of the, the place where you're at, or you can show yourself getting into the car, etc. And that kind of adds a transition to people saying, oh, okay, he just finished breakfast. Now obviously he's going somewhere, and then boom, 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 this transition. Now you're in the mall, and people are like, oh, that's how he got from home eating breakfast to the mall. Oh, okay, I get it. So keep that in mind when you're recording too. Now, don't over record. And what I mean by that is like, don't go and record something for like 10-20 minutes long, because then you're gonna have a hard time editing, unless you're doing something like I'm doing now, which is a sit down kind of video. Then you can record for like 10-20 minutes, and if you mess up, you can always come back to it and kind of cut where you want to cut, and etc. Now, what I always do with my type of video vlogs or video editing is that I always like to go somewhere and record like 3 seconds. Like I go record, and I look at my little camera. As soon as it gets to 3 seconds, boom, turn it off. I go somewhere else, another 3 seconds, boom, turn it off. I go somewhere else, another 5 seconds, turn it off. Same thing when I'm talking. I turn on the camera and I say, you guys, I'm here at Puerta del Sol. You guys can enjoy this and this and this. This is what you can do in this place, etc., etc. Boom, turn it off. Then I'm like, oh snap, I forgot to say this about this place. Then I go on and I turn the camera on again and I say, oh, by the way, there's this other area here where you guys can take a picture, and you guys can also come and find it at the same place where I'm at, which is called Puerta del Sol, blah, 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 boom, turn it off. That's it. That way when you get to your editing, you're like, okay, so now I know where to cut this and put this together and stuff. Instead of actually like listening there for 10, 20 minutes, like, okay, where do I need to go and cut this? Okay, cut. Because it adds on time to your actually editing. I remember when I first started making video vlogs and I started making vlogs on my family channel, I used to stay up 3-4 hours, 5 hours editing video, because I would record for 25, 30 minutes, just non-stop stuff, and it was just so hard to go through it, look at it, cut it, and paste it, and it was just insane. So that's why I'm giving you guys this tip, because I feel, my point of view, I've gotten a little bit faster and better at recording and at editing. So now, after you do the whole editing and everything, your vlog is done, you obviously want to import it. The system that I use is called Movavi Video Suite, and then once I import it in, I start my editing, which I'm going to show you guys how I do about editing. So then, again, before you hit any music on your video, before you put any kind of music or music background on your video, you want to go ahead and make sure that your story line is set. You cut where you wanted to cut, you paste it where you wanted to paste, you wanted it the way you wanted it, and then you can add the music. And again, we're gonna get to that later on. So what I do is, I've been starting to do now on my videos is I like to add some sort of like images, some sort of B-roll before I actually start talking to the camera. For example, on this one here that I'm gonna show you is a video that I just recently uploaded on my channel, and this one is in the beginning I put myself and my little boy playing this little game, like a gladiator game, you know, where we're just playing against each other, and he pushes me over and he screams, and yeah, and then boom, here is my intro, and then after the intro, another little image of just us in the car chilling, and then after that, boom, then I start talking in the camera, explaining about, like, you know, it's another day, blah, 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 etc. So see, I add something in the beginning so people can be like, oh, okay, you know, it's not just like, hey, what's up, it's me, Josue, welcome to my channel. It's people like, oh, like, whoa, what happened, like, what's this, you know, and people can get an idea of what video we're making. Now, what I do is, after I do that, as you can see, I'm gonna show you in a quick second, is I finish talking, and after I finish talking, in this video I'm explaining that we're taking my little boy to soccer practice, and so what I do is, after I explain that, I have some B-roll. Here we go. B-roll of them playing around outside, them waiting in there, and then I show him inside the actual football sideline place where he's gonna go play, etc. And then he goes and plays. And after he gets out, I go on later, instead of adding B-roll footage, I go on later explaining about why we can stay inside the soccer field, etc., etc. And then before that, I actually had talked on the video that we were gonna take a little boy to the doctor because he wasn't feeling good. So also, and that's another thing I want you guys to make sure, is that when you say something in the video, make sure that you follow through later on in your day. Because, for example, if you say, oh, I want to show you guys in just a second how McDonald's looks like here in wherever you are, all of a sudden you go on about your day and you never showed us how McDonald's looked in that place. And it's kind of like, why did you even say it? So then I said, I'm gonna take my little boy to the doctor because we were going to take him to the doctor. So then I go on here and I say, you know, we're taking him to the doctor now. And then I show you the outside, see, the outside of the doctor's office. And then we're in the car now. We're in the car waiting to go inside the doctor's office, explain to you what's going on, and etc. And now after I explain to you, what I do is here I add some more B-roll footage. Here we go. Now I show you guys going inside the actual hospital, actual doctor's office itself. I show him there playing with his little playing room toys, and then I show you here that I left the hospital. I'm outside, and now I am in the car waiting to go pick up my little boy who just came out of soccer practice. And then I go on adding everything. See, I'm here, I'm explaining to you that I'm talking, and all of a sudden the next scene I am with them already. And then after that scene, I'm showing you that I am, you know, back with my wife in the hospital because that's where we left off. We're back here. And then after that, in here, we're talking about merienda because previously in the other scenes, I had told you that I was gonna show you what merienda looks like in Spain. So I'm showing you there, and then we're, you know, then after I show you what it is, I'm showing myself eating it, which is kind of funny scene, but see, you know, and then it goes on, and it ties on. Then I show you guys my wife going inside the actual doctor's office room with my little boy after you know, we've been there for 2 hours to get seen, etc., etc. And then we go on about, like, you know, getting out of the doctor's office where we're going to, and there we add on. See, this is B-roll footage I was telling you guys. This is my little boy walking up the escalators, and then we add on, like, you know, what we were eating in the place we went to, etc. And then I talk about, you know, what we were doing there with the little boys, transitioning from there. And now I just told you guys we are leaving this place because we are now going somewhere else. And then that's where I show you, boom, we made it to the other place. And I transition and I show you guys what are we doing there, what's going on, and then so on and so on. And then this is where it gets interesting. This is where I start editing and I start making my clips smaller. For example, this one here, I can just, you know, close it a little bit. I have that, so I can go back here and then boom, I'm gonna zoom back a little bit and then I'm gonna close this one here. And then at basic, when you do that, and it kind of just takes time from your actual video itself, and you can go on into your more screens and look at the other screens and just kind of cut the ones you don't want, and the screens that you think will add value to your video and to your story you can keep, and the ones you don't think are going to be adding value to anything that you're saying, or just you already recorded and you're just, you know, unnecessary footage, you can delete and take it off. For example, this one, I'm showing you here what she's doing. There's another scene here where I'm showing you what she's doing. This is an unnecessary scene, boom, delete. Now I stay with this one. I don't need this whole scene to be this long, so what I can do is just, I can just clip it to where I'm showing you what she's doing, which is right here. She's just where they're typing the stuff down for the kids. I go here, I cut it, and this part I don't need, I delete. Now, if my video was 27 minutes long, now from 27 it dropped down to 23, and so on. As you keep editing, you're gonna start seeing your video drop significantly on your timeline. Now, that's a simple way on how I do my editing. And then after I'm done editing everything on my footage, then I go on and add music. That I delete the sound from the B-roll footages that I have, and I start adding music to whoever I want. And I also decide what kind of music, because the music will set the tone to your video. So then I decide what kind of music I want to put to my video, so I can set a nice tone to it. Obviously I'm here with my family, so I'm going to choose something happy and upbeat, that, you know, I don't want to choose something dramatic or cinematic or whatever, because, you know, or I want to add something tropical, because we're not in a tropical island, we're not outside and about. So I want to add something fun and funky and upbeat, because we're with the family and etc. and whatnot, and it just adds on. Also, what you want to do, that I've seen other people do it, if you're a master at that, which I am not, and if you are, then great, but if you're not, you're just beginner like myself, is don't add music when you're talking. Like, for example, I am adding music to this video, and you can probably hear in the background, and it's not that loud. It's just a little bit of ambient music, just a little background music, you know, so that way, you know, it's just something fun to have there. But when the music is really loud, and like your voice is competing with the music to see what is what, you're gonna have a hard time. So don't do that. Not only that, but to the viewers are gonna be like, okay, I can barely understand what this guy is saying. He's just talking, the music is blasting, and it's just like, there's a really cool vlogger that I follow. His name is Cody Warner, and he actually masters that, where he can be talking on the camera and there's music going almost the same level of his voice, but it doesn't bother me. It's just I don't know, there's something he does that makes it, like, you know, go really good into the vlog itself. So now, again, you guys, just go back to review what we were talking about. So first of all, when you're recording, make sure you record lots of B-roll footage, so you can do transitions, so you can show point A to point B from one scene to the other scene. Also, so you can have extra footage just in case your video is really short and, you know, you want to add more footage, so to make it a little bit longer, B-roll will add into that. Make the storyline, keep a story on what you're doing. Like, you know, make sure that what you're going through every day, you're actually doing it. If you're saying something to the camera, make sure it happens. Don't just say it and then not let it happen. Make sure there's a story to follow through on the vlog. And then when you get to your editing part, make sure you listen to every single scene. And remember, scenes that you don't need, or footage that you don't need, or you think it's just blah blah blah, way too much, delete, and just leave the stuff that will add value to your vlog. And the lastly and most important of this is make sure that your volume levels are great between yourself and the music, and that you're actually fading out when it needs to fade out, fading in when it needs to fade in, etc. Add animations, so you can find animations on YouTube to add into your system. Movavi is a great video editor, so if you're a birdie starting and you want to look at a great video editor, Movavi is a great one. It's not expensive as well. And or you can edit on your phone, but I'm going to show you guys on another video how I edit my videos on my phone when I don't have my laptop or I'm on the run. So that was it. That was my quick little tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, leave me on the comments that, hey, what's up, man? Thank you for that tutorial. Or if you've seen better tutorials that I can learn from, also let me know in the comments, like, hey, my man, I like your tutorial, but this person, you know, had a better take on what they do. You should check them out. Then I'll go check them out. Or if you don't like if you didn't like the tutorial, let me know like what I can improve on next time to show you guys a little bit on what I do. But again, this is just my way on how I edit my videos, how I do my vlogs, and how I've done it, and how it's helped me also progress and actually gotten better at vlogging. All right, you guys. This video did get a little bit long, so I'm gonna end it here. Again, tomorrow I'm back to my vlogging outside. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what Spain life is and what, like, you know, what we do here, etc. And then February is gonna be a great month because it's gonna be 28 days of something special I'm gonna be doing every single day that I'm gonna show you guys that you guys are gonna gain a lot from. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, remember, my name is Josue. I am an American vlogger living now in Spain, documenting my everyday life, and of course making these type of videos and any other type of video that you will see here on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't shared it with your friends, go ahead and share it with your friends. And remember that remember that we will be here every single day making a new video for y'all. All right, peace. Oh, hey, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and blah, blah, blah. All right, hasta mañana.